You've heard this one. At weddings, in love montages, on the radio at 2 a.m. while someone dedicates it to a long-lost flame.
Every breath you take,
Every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
move you make, every bond you break, every
To millions, it sounds like a vow, the kind of soft, reassuring promise lovers make when they want to stay close no matter what. But what if I told you this isn't a love song at all? What if the man who wrote it wasn't pledging loyalty, but surrendering to obsession? Because Sting, yes, the man who wrote it, once called it a nasty little song, evil. Not sad, not sweet, evil. And yet, it became one of the most requested love songs in radio history. This is the real story behind Every Breath You Take and how the world fell in love with a stalker's anthem. You're watching Beyond the Hit, where we dig beneath the melodies and find the truth hiding in plain sight. If you love songs that make you feel something, but you're ready to learn what those songs were really about, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Because this isn't a music channel, it's a storytelling channel, and some of these stories, you won't believe until you hear them. In 1982, Sting was at war, not with the charts, but with himself. He was separating from his wife, actress Frances Tomelty. But it wasn't just a painful divorce, it was scandalous, because Sting had fallen in love with someone else. Tomelty's best friend, Trudy Styler. They all lived next door to each other in London. The betrayal shattered both families, and the media turned it into a feeding frenzy. Sting, overwhelmed by guilt and public pressure, disappeared. He retreated to a remote house in Jamaica, trying to clear his head. No band, no studio, just silence and a piano. One night, in the dark, the first words came to him. Every breath you take.
every breath you take.
It felt melodic, rhythmic, but it didn't feel like a love song. He later admitted he wasn't writing from a place of romance. He was writing from a place of loss and control. Let's break down what came next. Every move you make, every bond you break, I'll be watching you.
Every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be
It's repetitive, measured, like someone counting steps, tracking actions. Every single day, every word you say.
single day, and every word you say.
This isn't poetic longing, it's surveillance. And the core line? Oh, can't you see? You belong to me.
Can't you see, you belong to me.
That's not a question. That's a declaration. This narrator doesn't hope she'll come back. He believes she still belongs to him, even though she left, even though it's over. Sting admitted he didn't fully grasp how dark it was until he saw it on the page. I thought it was interesting. I wrote it and thought, this isn't healthy. This is about someone obsessed. It's not, I miss you. It's, I'm watching you. Still. So why did nobody notice? Why do people still think this is a love song? The answer is in the music. The melody is slow, smooth, calm. Andy Summers' guitar riff, iconic, clean, hypnotic, gives it a dreamlike quality. The drums are restrained. The bass line, gentle and repetitive. And Sting's voice, measured, almost soothing, like a lullaby.
Since you gone, I'll be lost without a trace.
The words say, I'm watching you, but the music says, it's okay. It's psychological manipulation and a work of genius. Sting later called it a Trojan horse. People hear the melody and think it's a love song, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's anything but. The irony? As this song was being recorded in Montserrat, the police were falling apart. Sting and drummer Stuart Copeland were barely speaking. They argued constantly, was about tempo, lyrics, production. Andy Summers held things together, contributing that famous arpeggiated riff in a single take. The tension was so high during the music video shoot that they had to be filmed separately between takes. Sting wanted control of the song, the band, and the message. And yet the song, while about control, was slipping away from him too. The more people listened, the more they misunderstood. When the song was released in May 1983, it became an instant sensation. It topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 consecutive weeks. It was #1 in the UK, Australia, Canada, Ireland, everywhere. It won the Grammy for Song of the Year. It was named the most played radio song of the entire 1980s. But with all that success came confusion. People used it at weddings. Radio DJs labeled it a timeless love ballad. A man once told Sting they used it as their first dance. Sting's response? Good luck. You've just danced to a stalker's anthem. Around the time he wrote the song, Sting had been reading George Orwell's 1984. In the novel, the government monitors everyone, every move, every word. Big Brother is watching you. Sound familiar? Every step you take, I'll be watching you. The lyrics aren't romantic, they're dystopian. Whether intentionally or subconsciously, Sting had written a love song from the perspective of a man who wouldn't let go, who felt entitled to watch, to possess, to haunt. The parallels to emotional abuse, surveillance, and toxic attachment are chilling, and still, the world missed it. Fast forward to 1997, Sean Puff Daddy. Combs releases I'll Be Missing You, a tribute to Notorious B.I.G. The hook, Sting's Every Breath You Take. It becomes a global hit again. But Combs hadn't cleared the sample, so Sting, by copyright law, ended up with 100% of the publishing royalties. It's estimated he makes over $2,000 a day from that one version alone.
Is it true that Diddy has to pay you $2,000 a day because he didn't ask permission to sample Every Breath You Take?
Yeah.
Wow!
For the rest of his life.
That song put my kids through college, Sting once joked. So let's be clear. A song about obsession became the song that never stopped watching Sting's bank account. Despite decades of interviews, statements, and blunt clarifications, people still get it wrong. To this day, Every Breath You Take is on love song playlists, Spotify, Apple Music, wedding DJ crates. Why? Because the lie feels better than the truth. Because we've been conditioned to believe that intensity means love, we see passion in persistence, even when it crosses the line. And we listen to how a song feels, not what it says. Sting gave the world a mirror, and most people looked away. So the next time you hear this song, in a movie, a store, or a romantic setting, stop. Don't hum along. Listen. You'll hear it differently now. You'll hear the cold calculation, the watchful, possessive gaze behind the soft chords. This isn't a vow of loyalty. It's a prison sentence sung in falsetto. Because every breath you take is not about keeping someone close, it's about never letting them go. And millions of people, for decades, played it like a love song. That's not just clever songwriting, that's a psychological thriller disguised as a ballad. And that's why this track, more than most, lives forever beyond the hit. Thanks for watching. If this changed how you see Every Breath You Take, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more truths hidden in plain sight.